Maybe you have seen on Facebook a post from Raphael Marieux that he developed a web application to animate routines for kite teams. Maybe you are asking yourself, is it easy to use? Is it difficult? What should I do to implement my kite team routine in this application? This is a tutorial, a basic version of the tutorial that explains the very basic and initial commands to create a routine. You have a link to the application here in the post. You will have it also in the description below the video. When you click it, you will be asked if you want the version for 2 lines or multiple lines. Let's go into 2-line version. Now you see the screen of the application. In the center, a big part of it, you have the window divided in percentage, 10% solid line, 5% dotted line. You see a kite at the bottom, and you can use the command here on the screen to implement all the segments of your routine. First, we need to agree which routine to do. I propose to implement one from the compulsory book, the launch circle and land 2 point. Right, the kite starts here, goes up to 40, do a circle, goes to 50% on the right, goes down and land on 2 point. Let's try to do this in the application. You see here we have a kite number 1, which is named kite number 1. My name is Rudy, right? So I change the name, right? This is my kite. My kite is pink color. Okay, then I move. First of all, I need to change to English, right? So I want to, maybe you can change the language in the top right corner. I select now English, maybe it's easier for you to understand. So this is the kite. I can move the start point. I press the move start button, then I click and drag and bring it to 50% on the left where it should start, right? Then I can use those tool here to create this segment of the routine. I use a line here with this button to go up to 40%. Then to move to the center of the window. Then we need to create a circle. So to create a circle, I use the half circle button. I click here. Half circle is done. It's in the wrong direction. Those buttons here are all the properties of the element you are creating. You can use them to modify the element. For example, we can do clockwise, and you can make the arc going down instead of up as it was before, right? So you see those dot buttons change the direction. We need to go down. Now we need to make it larger. This should be 17.5 precisely. 17.5, right, to go down to 5% where it should be in the compulsory book. Now we need to do another half circle, so I press circle 360 to do a complete 360 circle, and now we are back at the top. We need to go straight line up to this corner, so I use the line command again. I click it here. I created another element. Then I need to go down to the ground and use the pause button to indicate that we want the kite to land right here. Right. So we have created all the elements. In this screen here, you'll see listed all the elements we have created, the lines, the circle, the half circle, another line, and then the pose, right? We can use the play button to view the animation. So let's see it. Goes to the center, to the circle, constant speed, very good pilot, sharp corner, and land. Well, the landing is not 100% accurate, right? Because if I use, I drag the point here of the animation to see as a kind of, slow motion what happens, right? You see, kite goes down, and this is not exactly as it should be. So what I do, I take the screen with all the element, right? So the last one is a pose, I'll delete it. Also the last line, I delete it, I want to do it again, right? Instead of creating a line that goes really to the ground, I want to create a line that goes to 3%. So I need to remove the magnet. This magnet snap all the lines to the grid point. So I remove it so I can place the point, the end point of the line. I select line exactly where I want. I want it to be here. Okay, you see the coordinates of the point I've clicked. This is, very rough. These are not very well defined. So I will replace this with 50%, and I will replace this with 3%. Okay, no, I have created another element by mistake. No worries, we can delete it. Okay, now I use the select button. I select my last segment, and now you see it ends at 50% on the right, 3% in high. At this point in time, I want to make a turn, because when I land my kite, I really start a turn and then I do the 2-point landing, right? So I do half circle, I do a small circle. This is too large. I reduce the radius to 2. 2 should be enough, right? Use the button. Okay, 2 is fine. I click. Now you see a very sharp turn, and then I do the pose button, pose, right? So let's see how it animates, right? Let's see how it animates. I've used the slow motion, right? You see it turns and land. Very much similar to what happens in reality, right? Let's see the full animation. Play. This is the circle, last corner, boom, and land, 2-point landing. Okay, not bad. Now that we have done something that we like, we can save it. If you press the configuration button, you have an export JSON function that creates a file that contains all the instruction that you have entered into the application, right? Kite project 82, right, is the file that has been created in the download folder. And you can use configuration and import JSON to import it again at the later tomorrow or another day if you want to return to where you left. Okay. Okay, this is nice, simple, but now I can show you something much more interesting, much more nicer, right, of that this application can do. I want to do another schema, right? Let's imagine we are a team of 2, a pair, and we both kites should do the launch, the circle, and land 2-point, like this, right? So you see one kite start at 60%, another at 40%, and do the exact same sequence and land 2-point. So returning the app, looks what I do, right? I use this, list of all the elements we have created. I select all the elements, right? Okay, I select them all. Then I use the copy button. All those 7 elements have been copied here. Now I delete them, right? Then I move the start of the kite to 60%. Let me enable snap, so the kite should move more precisely to the grid point. Okay. And now I paste, and you see that all segments have been recreated, shifted, from the new starting point. Now we need a second kite, so we go into the kite line here and use the plus button to create a second kite, kite 2. My friend is named Alex, and his kite is yellow, right? Yeah. In reality, his kite is, green, yellow. Okay, let's leave like this, right? Okay. Now we move the start point of this kite. It should be 40% on the left. This is it. And now I paste the command again, and you see I've pasted the same routine for his kite as well. Now let's play to see how it works. I press stop first to bring the kite to the starting point, then play. Very good and very synchronized. Well done, Alex. And I see the 2-point landing. Here it is. Okay, when you display, you can remove the lines if you wish. You can hide segment while playing, so you see the figure without the segment if you like. Alright. And land. Good. You can also use the configuration to export a video. So you can press the button export a video file in WebM format is created. If you want to modify and create an MP4, you use an external editor to convert it. You can also create a PDF with the schema design on it if you want to share with your friends. But the best is the video, and the best is to show them the video so you can have on your mobile phone when you are on the field. Right, the video that explains very well what you and your team have to do for the routine you like. I hope you have liked this short demo. This is a basic one. A more advanced one will be created soon, so stay tuned to see. Remember to thank Raphael for the very nice hub he has done. I take my opportunity to do it now. Many thanks, Raphael. Very well done. I like this application very much. Bye bye for now.